Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Urvi, and in this video I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to apply for e-visa. You will need e-visa or any kind of visa to enter India if you're not an Indian national. So I'm a Canadian national and I filled this application step by step. I got the e-visa within 1 day, so I will like to show you all the tricks and tips so that you can do the same. And there are several questions which sometimes you're not sure what the question means and what should the answer be, so I can help you there because I went through the process and got the visa successfully. Alright, so stay tuned. But before that, if this video helps you at all, I would really appreciate if you can like and subscribe to my channel. Your likes means a lot to a small YouTuber like me. Thank you so much in advance, and let's get started. Alright, so the first step here is click on apply here for e-visa. You'll get the link in the description below, so you don't have to worry about it and you can get started if you haven't started already. Alright, so this is the e-visa application form and I'll show you how to fill it step by step. First field is nationality region, so my nationality is Canadian. I'll put that here. Passport type is ordinary. Port of arrival, where exactly are you arriving in India, and this is your first point of arrival. So let's say you are landing in Mumbai and then you're going to Ahmedabad or Kolkata or Lucknow. Your port of arrival is Mumbai. Okay. Your date of birth, your email ID, make sure you put the right email address, but you get email notification on your visa approval or rejection on the same email. Okay, visa service. Now, which visa service you have to choose? If you're visiting India to meet your family and friends, or you were a Indian citizen before and now you have given up, surrendered your citizenship, and now you are a Canadian national or national of any other country, you can choose e-tourist visa for 1 year. Now when you choose e-tourist visa, there is multiple options which opens up again. Now you have to choose whatever option that meets your visit requirements, but for me it was meeting friends and relatives because all of my friends and my family is there, so I chose this one, and many of you can choose this one if that's the case. If not, then you can, if you are visiting there for sightseeing purpose, recreational, choose that, and so on and so forth. So far so good. Moving on, what is the expected date of arrival? Now if you already booked your tickets, this is good, then you can just choose the date when you're arriving. In my case, we already booked the tickets and then applied for visa, so I'm arriving in February 2024. What is the text below? So above, so it's just the code. You have to put this code, nothing to explain here, and then you click this checkbox. I've read the instructions below and go in and click on continue. So only 2 documents will be required while filling in this application. Number 1 is your colored photograph. The dimension should be 2 by 2. If you don't have this, you can go to a photo lab, get a digital photo. But if you've already gone through the process of surrender or OCI, you should already have it. And number 2 is copy of passport page containing personal particulars. So this is your Canadian passport or any other national passport bio page where you have all your information including your photograph. Okay, so only 2 documents required. That's why this process is relatively easier, especially if you've gone through surrender process or OCI process recently. This will be a breeze of air. Okay, so click on OK, continue. Alright, so now we are on the second page of the visa application, which is applicant details form. And as you can see, you have your port of arrival is Mumbai, and now you have your temporary ID. You should know this ID because in case you want to stop the visa application process, go somewhere else, come back to it, then using this ID you can retrieve your incomplete application. Okay, so now moving on, you will fill this application. Fill in the full full form. So I've put my town of birth, country of birth. In my case, I do not have a citizenship or a national ID number, so I put NA in my form. Select the religion. Any identification mark, so I have a mole on my index finger. And you don't have to fill this, you can say NA if you think you don't have any visible identification marks. Education qualification, I'm a postgraduate, so that's what I put. Did you acquire nationality by birth or naturalization? Now, naturalization is when you stay in a country for a particular amount of time and then you acquire a citizenship. So that's how I acquired Canadian citizenship. I've chosen that option. Previous nationality, my previous nationality was Indian, so I'll put that here. Have you lived or at least 2 years in the country where you are applying visa? So I'll say yes, because I have been in Canada for over 2 years, as well as I've lived in India for over 2 years, so that applies to me and that will be a yes. Now I'll put my passport number. Place of issue, date of issue, okay. Any other valid passport identity, so no, my country only allows one citizenship, so that's why I only have one. Passport details, that if that's different for you, so you have to fill in the options which apply to you. Okay, so now I will save and continue. Alright, perfect. So moving on to the next page, we have your personal information, so applicant details still, all the address, your address, so fill in your address. Country where you're living right now. Phone number. In my application I put the same number for both phone number and mobile number, so I don't have multiple numbers, which should be fine because it got accepted. And my present address same as permanent address, so I just clicked on this button. Perfect. So now they're asking family details. I'll put in my family details. And this information for your parents, you'll find it from their passport. So if you don't have the passport handy, you can request them to share their bio pages of the passport, and you can get all the information from there. Okay, so don't guess this, take it from their passport, please. Okay. Alright, so filled in my parents' information, where they were born, their nationality, their previous nationality, and applicant's marital status. So if you're married, you can put married. If you're single, then you put single. If you're married, then your spouse's information will appear and you'll have to fill this. For this purpose, I'm just reducing the number of fields we have to cover in this video, putting single. And where your parents or grandparents from Pakistan or held areas, so say no, mine were not, so I'll put no. and put more information on your occupation. So I am professional, so it's something called service in here. Private service, yes, private service is what I selected. Put your employer name. Put your employer's address. Put the phone number. If you have any past occupation, you can choose the same. For me, I've also chose private service as my past, and because I've been in the private service area and I was not part of military, police or any other organization, so I selected no and hit continue. Alright, now this is visa details form, so this is page number 4, and we have to fill in details about our visit. So here, type of visa is e-visa, tourist visa for 1 year, places to be visited. So I'm going to visit Ahmedabad. Then there are multiple places. They have given us 2 options, places 1 and places 2. So my visit is limited. I'm going to visit just a couple of places. So I've just mentioned that. I haven't booked any room in the hotel because I have a home there, so I've chosen no. But if you have, then put yes and fill in the information of the hotel or tour operator. Okay, so I've said no. Then details of the friend or relative, so I gave my parents details. Their address. Their phone number. And then duration of visa 1 year, multiple entries, port of arrival Mumbai, and expected port of exit from India. So I'm going to exit from Ahmedabad directly, so I'm going to choose that. If it is different for you, you can choose that as well. So basically choose what is applicable in your case and fits your travel itinerary. Alright, so have you previously visited India in the past? Alright, so in this case, if you have recently become a Canadian citizen and you're applying for e-visa for the first time, in this case you will be saying no, that you've not visited India before, although you have, but you were Indian national, so you've not visited, it was your home country and you have traveled to your home country. So this doesn't apply, so don't get confused by the word visited. So if you are like me, Canadian citizen, first time traveling on e-visa, this will be no for you. However, if you have visited previously on any other visa type in India or to India, just say yes and fill in the information. Okay, so I'm going to put no. And then has the permission refused? So no, you've never been refused, and move on. Now the next other information is in which countries have you traveled in the last 10 years. So think wisely. If you, wherever you have visited, put those countries' name here. Alright, so these are the 2 countries I visited in the last 10 years, other than Canada and India. So based on that, you have to put that, because Canada wouldn't count because that's where I live, and India is, you want to travel. So any other countries other than those 2 countries. The next question is, have you visited in South countries? So if you have, say yes. If no, say no. I haven't, so I put no. Now you have to put 2 references. So 1 reference from India and 1 reference from Canada. So this can be a family or family member or friend in India, and same here, someone you know in Canada. So I put my information, I got my friend's information. This is the information of all the references, so just put that. Okay, once all the information is filled in, review it and save and continue. Alright, so additional question details on this page you have to fill in whether you just have to answer these questions. So if you ever been arrested, you need to put the details, but if not, in my case everything was no, so I put no in everything. Review the questions carefully and then fill the information accordingly, and just have to tick mark I declare that above statements are true. Alright, so now we need to upload our photograph. So remember I mentioned 2x2 photograph, and all the information or on the photo specification is listed right here. So you choose your file. Once you choose your file, it will give you an option to crop. So crop accordingly to the view, and then select the image and upload. Alright, so you do this process and I'll let you know what happens after that. Once you've chosen the file, say that I've verified the documents uploaded and confirm. Once you confirm, it will give you the option to pay the fees. So I just wanted to show you how to pay the fees. So basically you complete your undertaking, say yes. You go to pay now. You have your three options: SBI, ePay, PayPal and Axis Bank. I chose PayPal because I already had an option, and I continued, finished the payment process and came back, and I got an email notification that your payment is now successful. Alright, so that is how you complete the payment. You will also receive an email that your visa application is now submitted, and once it's approved, you will also get an email that your visa has now been approved. And finally, you can download the form which you filled and review all the information. So this is your application which you filled, which you can download and keep for reference. Okay. Alright guys, so if you have any other follow-up questions, do not hesitate to ask in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them, but if not, someone else viewing the video may be able to help you with your questions. So feel free to add your comments. Don't forget to like my videos and make sure you subscribe my channel. It means a lot. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my future videos. Take care. Bye bye.